Warner Brothers has lost every bit of goodwill they had left. What's up everyone, Jared from Patriots and Pop Culture here, and the following video was actually released on my Facebook page, the DC Films Universe, first, but I figured I would go ahead and make an introduction to it and then go ahead and publish it here as well. I have been running that page since 2014. It was created in 2013. I am the sole admin on that page now, and with the direction that Warner Brothers has gone over the past couple of years, the page has slowly been dying. And last week was basically the final nail in the coffin. So, here you go. What's up, DC Films Universe? My name is Jared. I'll go ahead and introduce myself formally. I am 38, married, with 3 daughters. I've been on this page since 2014. I did not create this page, but I am responsible for changing the way that it was run. And I am now the sole admin and owner of this page. Everybody else either backed out or got into some kind of trouble where they could not be a part of the page anymore. I have been on this page now for 7 years, and I have run it basically solo for the past 4. But I would like to go ahead and make a video to address some of the comments that have been made on the past few posts that I've put out talking about the possibility and the almost confirmation that this page will be shut down. The more and more Warner Brothers puts their hand in the middle of things, the more and more this becomes less fun. You know, a lot of people need to keep in mind that I do not get paid for running this page. This page was 100% a passion project because I grew up a DC fan. I was a DC kid. I was a Superman fanboy. I've never been a Snyder fanboy, but I did appreciate at least what he was able to do, because he gave us something that was different than what we were getting from Marvel. And we needed that. DC did not need to be like Marvel. But Warner Brothers does not understand that. And Warner Brothers wants to be Marvel as much as they possibly can. That's why they just let J.J. Abrams take $500 million from Warner Brothers to incorporate Bad Robot into the DC Films universe. J.J. wants to be Kevin Feige, but he's not really an idea guy. Not anymore. And he starts things, sometimes he starts them really well. Has he ended anything well ever in his career? He couldn't even complete his Star Trek films. Justin Lin had to go in and do the 3rd one because he decided he was going to jump ship and go over to Star Wars for 1 movie. Then he ended up doing the 3rd because Disney decided that Colin Trevorrow was not the guy because he didn't like what Rian Johnson did in The Last Jedi. And how many people really like what Rian Johnson did in The Last Jedi? Not too many people. Of course, you have those people on Twitter who will defend that film to this day. That is the legacy of J.J. Abrams. And Warner Brothers expects me and other fans to be okay with J.J. Abrams taking over the DC Extended Universe whenever he has not completed anything ever in his life. He just can't do it. He starts off things and then he runs and he jumps ship. How many times has it happened? History repeats itself. And I have no faith in JJ. I have no faith in Warner Brothers as a company right now. They have become a complete joke. They don't know what direction they want to take these films. They don't know what direction they want to take this universe. They don't know if they want to have a multiverse or if they want to have the main continuity and then side stories like Joker. They don't know what they want to do. And it makes it really hard for fans who become content creators promoting and pushing their products. It makes it really hard for us to stay motivated to continue to do that. I have a normal job. I work about 48 hours a week. I do this on the side. This was supposed to be a passion project, and Warner Brothers has completely destroyed the passion that I had for covering things like this. It's why since Justice League, the posts have become fewer and fewer, because there's less to talk about. There's less exciting stuff to talk about. And it looks like it's just going to continue to become more and more of the same. When Warner Brothers and JJ and Bad Robot and whoever else is involved decides to hire Ta-Nehisi Coates to write a Superman script. A guy who couldn't do Captain America correctly. A guy who is extremely racist and plays a victim in Hollywood, despite the fact that everybody in Hollywood for some reason loves him. He continues to play the victim. You expect me to be okay with a guy who is as un-American as can be to be writing a Superman film? The symbol of hope, peace, justice for American comic books. It doesn't make a lot of sense to me why he would have ever been attached to it whatsoever. Yeah, Zack Snyder got Chris Terrio, and in my opinion, Chris Terrio is probably a little bit overrated. But I still enjoyed what we got from Zack Snyder's version of these characters. At least what we got so far. I didn't like all of the ideas that he had that never got to see the light of day on film. Like his whole concept of the dead Robin was actually Dick Grayson instead of Jason Todd. I thought that was stupid, but it is what it is. I still enjoyed what he did. From those characters that he introduced, we got Wonder Woman, which the first one, I love that movie. Absolutely love that movie. I have her poster right here. We got Aquaman in 2018 by James Wan. That was taken from Zack Snyder's vision and then translated into a film that James Wan could do. And I love that film too. I like Shazam. I like Suicide Squad. A bunch of films that are not from Zack Snyder. So calling me a Zack Snyder fanboy is just a little bit ridiculous, considering the fact that it's not about Zack Snyder. It's about Warner Brothers butchering what we already have established, what we know, and deciding to go a completely different direction. They want Robert Pattinson to be the Batman from now on, even though it's set in a different universe. They want to kill off Ben Affleck's Batman in Flashpoint. Warner Brothers wants to say that Superman is not relatable in 2021. Whenever they decided to talk about why Henry hasn't gotten a proper Man of Steel 2 solo film. BVS is a continuation of Man of Steel. I'm aware of that. It's not continuing his journey as a hero by himself. It has now been 8 years since Man of Steel came out, and we do not have a Man of Steel 2. We have BVS, and we have 2 versions of Justice League, but we do not have Henry going on his own journey, his own missions, finding his way to become that character, to become that Superman that everybody knows and loves, that is happy and saves cats from trees and all that kind of stuff. But I'm not going to sell the page. There's been a couple comments. Let the page continue to grow. Why? The page hasn't grown in a couple of years. The page is actually slowly dying because Facebook keeps deleting people from the page and they don't notice it. We've lost over 60,000 people over the past 2 to 3 years because I refuse to pay for ads. So it's not like the page is growing. And part of that is people are not looking for DC stuff because the direction that Warner Brothers wants to go. If they were continuously putting out quality products and not rewriting stuff and rebooting and changing actors, if they would actually come up with a plan, or if they would have started out with a plan from the beginning and continued with that plan, maybe you hit a few hard patches, but you continue through the plan. Marvel hit some hard patches because Thor didn't do that great. The Incredible Hulk didn't do that great. Captain America, the First Avenger, did okay. Iron Man did good. Iron Man 2 did It was just okay. It wasn't great. They pushed through that and they stayed the course with their plan. Warner Brothers cannot do that. They are too reactionary. They've always been reactionary. The original cut of Suicide Squad got butchered in 4 months. From the bad reviews that BVS got to by the time we got Suicide Squad, August 6th of the same year. In less than 4 months, they completely cut that movie apart, got a music video company to come in and re-edit it. That's why we have all the music montages at the beginning of that film. That wasn't in the original cut. We all know that wasn't in the original cut, but they wanted Suicide Squad to be like Guardians of the Galaxy. That's why they hired James Gunn to do the Suicide Squad, which is coming out later this year. Because they couldn't make Suicide Squad DC's version of Guardians of the Galaxy with anybody else in their minds except for James Gunn, who did the first two Guardians of the Galaxy films and is going back for the third after he probably butchers this one. I'm hoping it's good, but at the rate Warner Brothers has been declining, I don't have a lot of faith in it. And it's that lack of faith that makes it hard for me to continue to run a page where I'm supposed to be promoting these movies and these characters and these actors and these directors who are still attached. Anyway, got 10 days to go before the final decision has to be made. If you've made it to the end of this video, for the most part, you know where I stand on why I'm choosing to do what I'm doing with this page. You can agree with it. You cannot agree with it. That's perfectly fine. We don't have to agree on stuff, but it's where I am right now. I am 38 years old, and I do not feel like promoting movies that I do not believe in. It gets harder and harder to log on to this page and publish anything. You can agree with it. You can disagree with it. At the end of the day, I still love all of you for being here. I appreciate all of you for being here, for engaging in the post, for commenting, for liking, for sharing. Even if we've argued, I love you too. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And as my kid says,
click on bell
to get notifications for upcoming videos.